Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with a new video. It's been a week, y'all, but yo, I am back. Look, I didn't give y'all a Flashback Friday video because Mary J. Blige released her 13th album, Strength of a Woman. And as I came in with one of my favorites on the album, It's Me. It was all about Mary this weekend, y'all. So y'all know by now she's my favorite artist. I done talked about her in so many of my videos. But y'all, I want to give y'all maybe my quick, maybe 5-minute review on the album, because even before the album was coming out, I was seeing what people thought the album was going to be about. So then when the album came out, a lot of them were disappointed. So, you know, I've been seeing a lot of love for the album, but the ones that's been disappointed, I have a little problem with. So as a fan for 25 years, I definitely want to give my review on this dope album. So before I get into that, I guess I'll go to the title song so we can start it off. I just love how that joint starts, Strength of a Woman. It's just so powerful. I feel like Mary knew that she had, you know, she wanted to say something and show her strength on this record. That's why this, you know, the song came in so powerful. But let me give my review. Okay, so when the album, Mary was telling us that she was coming out with an album, she was entitled The Strength of a Woman, everybody was quick to jump to her legendary 1994 My Life album. Everybody's like, yo, Mary's gonna be in pain, she's gonna be heartbroken, and we're gonna get a My Life type of album. Even though she came out with My Life 2, everybody was like, this is gonna be the real My Life 2. And I said, no, it is not. I already said it. I tried to say everybody on Twitter, Instagram. I said, y'all, we're gonna get a Share My World type of album. We're not gonna get a My Life type of album, and here's why. The My Life album, Mary was in love with Casey from Jodeci, and she wanted to be with him. That's all she wanted. She wanted this man to be with her, and that's it. With songs like, you know, Be With You, Never Want to Live Without You, Gotta Believe, I Love You, Don't Go, I'm the Only Woman, all these records on this album, she's begging Casey to be with her. So this is a 21-year-old that just got into this, you know, industry. She's kind of getting a little bit more comfortable with, after coming in with What's the 411. Now Puff told her to sit down and write and explain what's going on in her life. Where's she feeling? Where's she at? And she was in love with a man that clearly didn't really love her the way she wanted to be loved. So I already knew. I said no, the Strength of a Woman album, because she's not begging Kindo to be with her with this album. She's angry, she's pissed, but this is now a 40-something-year-old woman talking about being in a relationship with a man that she loved, but he humiliated her, you know, really, because she put on Front Street on how much she loved him. You know, he was her everything, and he just shitted on her, basically. So this album, I was like, y'all, this Strength of a Woman album is not going to be a My Life. So if you're thinking that this is going to be a My Life album, you already going to be disappointed, because Mary is not even in that space. This is a grown woman being angry. Mary was still a child when she wrote the My Life album. This album, she's a woman going through something that is really traumatic, but I'm not begging Kindo to be with you anymore. I'm pissed, but I have strength enough to move on. And that's what the Strength of a Woman album is about. You know what I mean? She already let us know in the thick of it. We're in the thick of this divorce right now. We're in the thick of it, but I'm gonna let you know what you're losing. You know what I mean? You plus me, love lesson. She's like, look, me being with you was a lesson learned. I had to learn that, you know, I didn't want to let you go when I know I needed to. But now that we're done, I know it was a lesson for me, and I know what I need to do. So then she came back with Love Yourself. That was the, I guess, the quote-unquote kind of promo single before the album came out. And it was like, okay. So then when you listen to the songs, she do Set Me Free. Set Me Free, Mary is angry. She like, there's a special place in hell for you. She's going off. You know what I mean? Excuse me, the song that I came in, It's Me. She's saying, yo, I've been me since you met me. I haven't changed. But it seems like now the more things I do, you not agreeing with it. Everything I do is wrong. And this is me. I've been me. Glow Up. She like, look, yeah, we're not together no more, but I'm not going to cry about it. I'm about to take my butt out. I'm about to party, and I'm about to throw it in your face. You know what I mean? But then she has those, you know, anthems for women that's like Strength of a Woman that I came in with. She has, okay, Glow Up is another anthem that she came in for women. But then she talks about the relationship a little bit more, like Tell the Truth, this song. You know, she's like, yo, you were never telling me the truth in our marriage. You never was telling me the truth. You lied to me. You know, songs like Smile. Even though I'm going through this, I gotta smile. I gotta have the strength to smile. So to me, this is an album of a woman that's getting out of a relationship that knew that she had to get out of it, but she's gonna be strong in this process. As ugly and nasty as it is, I still are going to be strong. I'm going to hold my head up and I'm going to keep it moving. And to me, that gives me a Share My World type of album, because the My Life album, Mary wanted to be with Casey. To me, Share My World is when she realized we not going to be together, but I got to keep my head up, which on Share My World, she does keep your head up. A song like Searching, which is a gem from Mary. Searching, where she like, yo, I gotta search within me. I gotta find that self-love before, you know, I start looking for a man to love me. You know what I mean? But then she's still angry on songs like I Can Love You Better Than She Can. You know what I mean? But then she got 7 Days where she's talking her mess. And also, the Share My World album is a lot more commercial than the My Life album. The My Life album wasn't really a commercial album. You know, the only singles you could really put on the radio would be I'm Going Down, because it's a remake, and Be Happy. And then, okay, quote unquote, My Life. But other than that, it wasn't really a commercial album that you can play on mainstream radio. But when she got to Share My World, it was more about, you know, Love Is All We Need, having that commercial sound. You know, Share My World gave you a commercial sound done by Rodney Jerkins. Who else? She got Trackmasters that was, you know, did Nas, you know, commercial, you know, album with It Was Written. You know what I mean? It was commercial. And I felt like with this album, Strength of a Woman, that's what we got. We got a commercial album. Mary wanted, we still got the essence of who Mary is, but at the end of the day, it's still commercial. She can still relate to this current generation. And like Call Me Dollar says, somebody on Twitter that y'all need to follow, he's funny, but he's honest when it comes to music, and you gotta respect it. He said, this Strength of a Woman album is a Mary saying, kiss my ass, I'm not gonna sit at home and cry in the bed over how much you hurt me. I'm going to keep it moving and be strong. And this is what this album is. And for me, this is, again, why Mary is my favorite artist of all time, because she knows how to connect with the young, but still connect with the old. And that's what I think this album really, really is. So, again, if you felt like that you were going to get a My Life album with this, I'm sorry. You ain't getting that. You know what I mean? And my favorites on the album, you know, to end my review, is definitely It's Me. I love that joint. You come in rocking with it. Oh, I love that joint. Set Me Free, of course. Mary is angry. I think Mary probably definitely cried after that. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Indestructible. After You Plus Me, Love Lesson. That song brought tears to my eyes. That song just did it for me. Survivor is another joint that's a favorite of mine, and the last one is Strength of a Woman, because that song reminds me of my mom and how strong she was, definitely raising me as a black man, single parent. It's just to show how strong she was, and just to look at a woman and the strength that she has. That song reminds me of her. So now I have another Mother's Day song for her, for real. Because she was getting sick of the intruders. I always love my mama. But this song this year, I could definitely play this for her. And she can, you know, definitely feel connected with it. So that's my review of the Strength of a Woman album. Definitely go get it, y'all. Y'all won't be disappointed. It's a great album. It's for the old, it's for the new. And like I said on Twitter, Mary being in the game 25 years, she's still schooling, you know, these young cats how to make an authentic album, and you know, it still be the essence of her, but still be current. So that's my review of the Strength of a Woman album. Again, it has some bangers on it. Y'all definitely should check it out. But speaking of bangers, this is what this video is about. R&B bangers. I got 4 for y'all this week. Hopefully y'all dig them. Y'all support them. It needs to get support. I'm sick of hearing these computer voices on mainstream radio. We need some good voices so, you know, we can get R&B respected the right way. You know what I mean? Because singers don't know if they want to be rappers these days. Rappers don't know if they want to be singers, and you don't know what R&B is anymore. And we have it out here, but mainstream just don't want to play it. So I feel like for me, I do R&B bangers every week to let y'all know that R&B is still alive and it's still pumping and it's still real R&B out there. So let's get it started. Starting with the first R&B banger, Miss Tamar Braxton. She got a new joint coming out. I know a couple of weeks ago they were saying that Tamar had this new joint that she was doing. I was like, that's cool, because everything that Tamar was going through, you know, with her, with the real situation, and you know, her getting sick, and then the album that I think was great in 2015, and I still play it to this day, call it All Lovers. That album was it was real R&B. It was just a dope album. It didn't really get the response like that, and Tamar was really loving that album, and I thought that she was going to be a little discouraged, like, yo, people don't want to hear me no more. But it happens. Everybody, that happens to everybody. You know, sometimes people just don't accept the art. You know what I mean? So, but that album is dope, for real. If you haven't checked it out, I would advise y'all to check that out. But this new joint, I was like, that's what's up. Tamar is getting back on the prowl and giving us music, for real, for real. This song, now, if you watch Braxton Family Values, you know this season is mainly about the relationship between her mother and her father, and the divorce and all the ugly things that go along with it. So Tamar wrote a song that she wrote that was basically in her mother's point of view on how the marriage was kind of over, for real, for real. So I thought that was dope. And for me, Tamar always give you the vocals. That's one thing you cannot deny. Tamar will give you the vocals, and her writing partner and her collaborator TC, that boy is a beast when it comes to the vocals. He giving you them backgrounds. Them two, they have the chemistry. It just works. You know what I mean? And hey, that was God right there, for real, for real. But the song is called My Man, and let me tell you something. When I say that when you put truth into your music, this song is truth, because even the single cover is her mother and father, and she got like the heart and it's broken, and I'm like, come on, man, if that ain't truth, I don't know what is. But again, the song is called My Man, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Ooh. There you go.
When you were broke, I didn't leave. Somehow through it all, I believed it. No, my. 'Cause he would never hurt me, let alone just to say my man.
Woo! You see that down register, that low register that Tamar did? Yo, she killed it. Yo, this song, even I feel like Tamar got out some emotions out this record, for real, because she called the girl a heifer. Tamar saying bitch. Like, Tamar put some of her feelings in there. So, you know, when on the show, when her mother was hearing it, it was like, you could tell her mother was definitely feeling it. You know what I mean? And definitely, you know, Tamar really connected with the song. You know what I mean? And that's how you can feel it, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like I said, Tamar is always gonna give you vocals. That's just her, for real. She makes R&B music, for real, since You know, the Love and War album was an R&B album. The girl was singing. You know, she did some upbeat joints. Call It All Lovers. That was definitely an R&B album, for real, for real. And she don't really talk about the first album, but she had some bangers on that joint too, for real. But respect to Tamar. The joint is called My Man. I want y'all to go out, support this record. Let's get Tamar a #1 on the Urban AC. You know what I mean? So maybe she can get that crossover so she can get on mainstream radio just as well, for real, because this is really a dope song. And it's about truth, and that's what R&B soul is. It's about truth, for real. So again, My Man by Tamar Braxton. The next artist is a favorite of mine when it comes to the fellas about R&B. So y'all know, like, I talk about BJ the Chicago Kid, I talk about Ro James, I talk about Kevin Ross. You know, I talk about his name is William Casanova. I talked about, who else I talked about? On Key. I talked about him. It's a lot of brothers out here that's singing that real R&B, not the computer voices singing for them. But this dude, when I heard him last year, I kind of connected with him because first of all, we're the same age. And if you watch the back videos, y'all know how old I am. I'm not going to tell y'all in this video, but I am old enough to drink, as y'all can see. Hello. So I'm definitely over 21. But anyway, his name is October London. Now, I talked about October in so many videos, but recently I talked about him in a video because he just released his second part of the Colorblind series, if I'm going to say. It's called Colorblind, Hate and Happiness. Let me tell y'all something. He got so many soulful joints in the joint. Top Down. I say Top Dog. Top Down, Sail Away, Where's the Justice. A lot of these joints, soulful dude. But in R&B bangers, I talked about this song because it describes me a lot in my videos, and I connect to it. And the joint is called Driving Me to Drink, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Woo. Come on, there you go. And I blame it all on you. Yeah. Woo! That is my joint right there. It's my favorite. One of my favorites this year. Like, I love that record. So, so after, you know, I talked about it, he released the album. He was on Twitter. He was like, yo, how y'all feel if I remake Chris Stapleton's Tennessee Whiskey? And I said, you know, it would make sense. For real. Because, I mean, you got a song called Driving Me to Drink. It would make sense. You know what I mean? But I'm like, how is he going to do that? You know what I mean? Because Chris Stapleton is a country artist, but he's dope, y'all. For real. He's really dope. Check him out. But I'm like, how is he going to do that? Even though country kind of stems from soul, everything stems from soul, for real. But that song is very bluesy. So I'm like, how is October going to do that, for real? What is he going to do? Well, let me tell you something. He sure did it again, because I don't care if you singing a pop song, a rock song. If you got the soul, you got the soul. And October definitely has the soul in this joint. And here is a good sample of his version, Tennessee Whiskey. And it goes a little something like this. I'm giving y'all a good sample. We going to be swaying from side to side. But here we go. Back up.
And brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I stay strong on your love all the time.
Yes, sir. Woo! Look, if y'all didn't feel that soul I can't trust you, really, because that brother is singing on there. That joint make me want to go right in my refrigerator and go pull me out some Uncle Jack, for real, for real. But this joint might not be a single, but it's a banger, and I had to talk about it because, yo, the way he did it, yo, he killed it. And you know what this song also kind of gives me the vibe of? Etta James, I'd Rather Go Blind. And it gives me a vibe of her, All I Can Do Is Cry. It's very bluesy, but October still brings that soul into it. So, hey, if this joint can make it on mainstream radio and he can get that love, why not? So, Tennessee Whiskey, yo, this joint is a banger, but I want y'all to go support this brother. His EP Colorblind, Hate and Happiness is on iTunes right now. I'm going to put it in the more info box. I'm going to also put it SoundCloud so y'all can check out some other music from him. But really support this soul brother because he sings and he got a lot of soul. So Tennessee Whiskey from October, London. The next artist is a throwback from the soundtrack of Romeo and Juliet in 1996. His name is Quindon Tarver. Y'all remember his version of When Doves Cry, right? Y'all remember that version? Well, if you don't, give y'all a little sample of it. That boy sings down. You hear me? And I don't know how old he was when he made this, but that brother sings. You could tell he got that gospel up in him. But here we go. Give y'all a little sample of his version. Here we go. Do y'all hear that gospel run right there? That boy sing for real, for real. But Quindon, he also did Everybody's Free for the soundtrack too. But in 1996, he brought out an album. I remember two songs off of it because I remember the videos. Dream About You and It's You That's On My Mind. Because I remember when You Was On My mind, Immature was in the beginning of the video. I do remember that. But I don't think the album did too much. I don't remember the release. I don't remember anything like that. But I do remember those songs. I think I remember him performing on Soul Train. I think I do remember that. But following that, Quindon's life has just been really dark, for real. And he dealt with sexual abuse. When he was 28, he tried to commit suicide. Which is so sad because he has such a beautiful voice, and well, he has such a beautiful voice because obviously the suicide attempt was unsuccessful, and I'm glad that he found the light. I'm so glad he realized that God has him here for a reason, for real, for real. So like I said, in 1996 he made the Everybody's Free for the Romeo and Juliet soundtrack, but he made a 2017 version of it, and it really connects to his story, for real, for real. And yo, you could tell through the vocals, this boy done been through some things, for real, and you could just feel it. And here is Quindon's. I suck when it come to names. I suck so bad, but Quindon's version, his 2017 version of Everybody's Free, and it goes a little something like this. Y'all gonna get a good sample of that. Here we go.
Everybody's free. Everybody's free. Everybody's free. Everybody's free. Everybody. But I've been waiting to be Everybody's free.
I had to give y'all the whole thing. That brother was singing his face off, for real. That was beautiful. He still got the vocals, still amazing. He's doing a Kickstarter to raise some money for an EP that he's doing. You know, he needs, you know, money to go to the studio and make records and things like that. And I'm gonna put, you know, his info in the more info box, because I'm definitely gonna donate, because, you know, I definitely think you should too. We need, you know, real vocals, like I said, and I'm a sucker for him, and this brother can really, really sing. So I'm gonna put his information in the more info box. I want y'all to donate. I want y'all to really support this brother. For real, he sings, and he needs his story to be told. And if from listening to Everybody's Free, he has a story to tell. So I definitely want to try to assist him. And if you guys can give anything to his Kickstarter, that would really, really be nice. Like I said, I'm gonna put it more in the more info box. I definitely want y'all to support this. Again, Quindon, yo, we want to hear your story. You keep doing your thing, and I'm definitely going to support, because I definitely want to hear your story. So Everybody's Free by Quindon Tarver. Yes, hopefully I got the name right, but anyway, I'm going to put it in the more info box. But the last artist I found from one of my favorite websites, singersroom.com. I love going to these real R&B sites that represents R&B the right way, instead of using R&B for clicks and to say that it's a real R&B artist when it really isn't. Okay, but anyway, her name is Danielle Martin. Now Danielle is from New York, and hello, the greats come from New York. Yeah, I'm gonna be biased because I'm from New York, so it's all good. But yo, when I discovered her voice is amazing. She has that jazz flavor, but that gospel is still there. And like I told y'all, I am a fool for vocals. So when I found this song that I'm gonna give y'all, before then I said, let me do some research. I need to see some live, you know, things she doing, because I'm like, if she's giving me this on this record, I want to see some live things. So I went to her YouTube page, and she has, you know, a couple of live performances. She did Strange Fruit by Billie Holiday. Let me tell y'all, it was beautiful. I was at work, like, hopefully nobody looking at me, because the tears was coming down, because it was just so beautiful. And I connected with her voice. It was just amazing. I was like, yo, where has she been? Then I saw she did it live at BB King's. I was like, yo, why haven't I found this girl? Like, this girl sings her face off, for real. And then she did a cover of Amy's You Know I'm No Good, which was dope, just with her and the guy playing the guitar. And her voice does give me Amy vibes. It does give me Amy vibes, but she's not Amy Winehouse. She has her own thing. She sings. It is beautiful. But the song that I'm talking about is The One. Now, The One is about, you know, realizing that you are trying to be the one for that person, but obviously it's not they're not the right person for you. And in the video, you know, she kind of explains it for real, but the song is so dope. And again, it's called The One, and it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Where am I going? There we go. Go back.
I'm the one you see when the moon is high, your silent scream, the two of the night, spare a part, never fits quite right. I'm something that you've had before, no games, but strictly to the point. In the end, I'm all alone. Something more, but I can't.
Like, and what really got me to this record is just her vocals and the guitar, just showing her talent. And that's what really got me. And that's why I was like, she's giving me that on this. What's the live performances like? And let me tell you something, this girl really sings. And like y'all know by now, I'm a sucker for vocals, and Danielle is definitely giving me that. Like I told her on Twitter, I am so happy that I found her music. Album will be supporting the hell out of you. Anything you put out, I'm waiting. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting. I'm subscribing to your SoundCloud, your YouTube, everything. Because, yo, we need real voices like yours. You and one of my favorite singers is out right now. Her name is Lee Mo. Yo, y'all vocals are just amazing, and we need that on mainstream radio. I really want this generation to understand that real vocals is out here. You don't need a computer to help you with your vocals. There's real vocals out here. But the song is called The One. It's on iTunes. I'm gonna put it in the more info box. I really want y'all to check it out. I really want y'all to support her. Danielle Martin with The One. Well, that's your 4 bangers for the week, y'all. Y'all 4 bangers. Tamar, my man. October, London, Tennessee Whiskey. Quindon Tarver with Everybody's Free. And Danielle Martin's The One. Yo, these songs are dope. They need support. Like I said, I'm all about vocals. I will keep saying I'm sick of hearing these computer vocals on the radio and people classify them as R&B when it's really not. And we have R&B here. We got the real ones here. Y'all can hear the vocals. Y'all can hear them singing. We need that on mainstream radio. So mainstream, can y'all please start putting real vocals on y'all playlists so we can give people like Danielle Martin and October London and you know, Quindon Tarver and all of them have their respect so they can get on mainstream radio so people can hear beautiful voices. But before I go, I have to give a special thanks to Mike Phillips for shouting out my blog. He's a jazz great. He has worked with so many people. He's so respected in the music industry. He's worked with Stevie Wonder, Prince, Michael Jackson, Shaka Khan. Mike Phillips is on Hidden Beach Records. Y'all know that was with Jill Scott and Jazzy Jeff and all that with also Kendrick, the Family Soul. That you can kind of tell where, you know, the music kind of vibes off to. But it was such an honor to have a well-respected musician as Mike Phillips definitely shouting out my blog and showing me for real love. I have to really thank my sis / auntie Kay for hooking that up for me, for you doing that for me, and for you really believing that I have something good and sharing it with somebody like Mike Phillips, and his caliber was just amazing. I really, really want to thank you. That's just an epic moment for me. And just to have people believing in what you're doing is just an amazing thing. And I know I'm on the right track. So I definitely want to give that special shout out. But before I get out of here, I'm going to end off with Mary J. Blige. Since I came in with her, why not exit with her? And I'm going to come with one of my favorites off the album, off the Strength of a Woman album. And like I said from my quick review, it's a dope, dope album, y'all. Y'all won't be disappointed. And I'm going to go out with Survivor. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Come on.
Already found the key. You can try, but don't be surprised, 'cause I'm a survivor.
Woo!
No matter how
long I go, I'm gonna rise up. Woo! I'm out, y'all. Peace.